Hello and welcome to the UiPath installation video of our UiPath Bootcamp series. Before we can start with the UiPath training, we need to install UiPath Studio on a Windows operating system. In this video, we will cover a step-by-step procedure to install UiPath Studio. It could happen that many of you have already installed UiPath. So before you skip this video, just have a look at the next slide to see what we will cover in this video. In general, as step 1, we would register and log in ourselves on the UiPath Community Cloud. Thereafter, we'll create an Orchestrator tenant and then download and install the UiPath Studio. So if you're already done with this, then feel free to skip and move on to the next video. But for the others, let's get started. So just open your browser and go to uipath.com. Once there, you would see the Start Trial button. As you click on this button, you would be redirected to UiPath's trial page. Here you could see all the different trial options that are available. Out of the 4 options that you see, 3 are for enterprise use. And we would stick to the Community Cloud version, as this is enough for any beginner who wants to learn UiPath. Having said that, even if you start with the community version, you always have the option to upgrade to enterprise version. Also, the Community Cloud comes with 1 Orchestrator license, and 2 Studio licenses, and 3 Robot licenses. We would go in much depth in our coming lectures to explain all of these 3 different licenses. So for now, just click on the Try It button. As you click, this brings us to the registration page. At this stage, you need to authenticate yourself with any of these given options. Just feel free to choose one. I will go ahead and authenticate myself with my Google account. Once you have authenticated yourself, as a next step, you need to enter any missing information. And once that's done, just read and accept the terms and conditions. This would lighten up the Continue button. After hitting on the Continue, you would be redirected to the Community Cloud dashboard. Here on the left-hand side, we have different tabs for the administration of the dashboard. And on the right-hand side, you can see that we have a Download Studio icon. Just go ahead and click on the download. This will help you download the executable file for Studio. So by the time the executable is being downloaded, let's create our Orchestrator tenant. We would be discussing in depth about the Orchestrator in our coming lectures. But for now, just as a small hint, Orchestrator is an online robot management dashboard where you can easily deploy and manage your robots, also remotely. Having said that, let's create our Orchestrator instance. As you can see on the dashboard, we get a message saying that there are no Orchestrator services. So let's create one. As you click on the Add Service button, you get a screen wherein you have to fill in some details. So just give an Orchestrator a name. Thereafter, assign the robot and studio licenses to this instance. This would be needed in case you want to run your automations remotely. For now, just assign these licenses and hit on Add. If we look at the status, it says in provision. It should be enabled in few seconds. Just refresh the tab to see the updated status. With this, we have created our instance for Orchestrator. As you can see, the Add Service icon has now become faded. And in order to create other instances, you need to upgrade to Enterprise version. Also now, on the home page, we can see that the Orchestrator service is created. In the meantime, our Studio executable is downloaded. Let's go ahead and run the executable file. If you want, you can also run it as an administrator. For the next steps, we would be setting some pre-selections for our UiPath setup. Since we are using a community license, we would go ahead and choose community license here. As far as profile is considered, let's go with Studio. For the auto update channel, let's go with stable updates. And if you're considering about the version control, I'll go with Git, but feel free to choose the one that you use. Just add an extra point, all the pre-selections that we have made right now can be updated in the future as well. And for now, that should be it. We are done with our installation of UiPath Studio. Just to recap, we registered ourselves on the Community Cloud, created an Orchestrator instance, and then installed the UiPath Studio. In the next video, we would explore the UiPath Studio settings and set it up for the workflow designs. Till then, bye-bye, and see you in the next video.